In this recording sizobe sidiscussa i-exponential function la ku question 4 from this mid-year examination ka 2022. In the description box uzothola ama links for other recordings for this question paper. So for now, let's look at question 4, whereby the graph of g of x is equal to a in bracket 1 over 3 raised to exponent x plus 7, which passes through the point E. Bese ku 4.1 but is calculate the value of a. The value of a naila, right? We want the value of a, and then our function is g of x equal to a nanglo a nimfunagula, right? So in order to calculate to a, I need a value ga x as well as a value ga g of x or ubani y, right? So ngizosebenzisa the point laga e which passes through this function. This function g passes through this point, so we can substitute it and calculate to a. So into soyenza sizothi where there's g of x and this is y, this is x, so lana it's going to be a 10 equal to a 1 over 3 raised to exponent minus 2. Minus 2, you substitute this coordinate e, right, in order to calculate a. Now let's continue. You transpose this minus this 7, you're figuring up to the left hand side as minus 7, so it's going to be 10 minus 7 equal to a 1 over 3 raised to exponent minus 2. So 10 minus 7, it's 3 equal to a. Okay, how do we deal with this? 1 over 3 raised to exponent minus 2. Interesting one, but okay. So apply a law, a law of our exponents. In a fraction raised to a negative exponent. I don't like working with our negative exponents, right? So in things of lo 3 yoba a numerator, lo 1 abe denominator. So I'm basically swapping the numerator and the denominator. So it's going to be 3 over 1 and make the negative exponent to be a positive 1. And then 3 is equal to a. What is 3 over 1? It's 3. 3 raised to exponent 2. It's 9. So it's going to be 9. Yes, it's going to be 9. Or instead, nangabe ayaglahlekela ama exponential laws during an exam or a test, just punch it in your calculator like this. Also tolu 9, right? And then this is my 9. Divide up both sides by 9. 9 cancels 9. 3 over 9, it's 1 over 3. This is equal to a. So my a value is equal to 1 over 3. 4.2. Simple. 4.2. Calculate the coordinates of the y-intercept of g. Okay, now g of x again. The g of x now is equal to 1 over 3 in bracket 1 over 3 raised to exponent x raised to exponent x plus bunny plus 7. We have to calculate the y-intercept. So the y-intercept we let x to be equal to what? To 0. We let x to be equal to 0. So okay, it's a straightforward one. Y is equal to 1 over 3 1 over 3 raised to exponent by 0 plus 7. So y is equal to 1 over 3 raised to exponent 0, it's 1. 1 times 1 over 3, it's 1 over 3 plus 7. It's okay. It's going to be 21 over 22. 22, if I'm not mistaken, over 3. So I started calculators 1 over 3 raised to exponent 0 and then get plus 7. So it's 22 over 3. Yep, 22 over 3. Therefore, our y coordinate is over 0 and 22 over 3. 22 over 3. So this is the y coordinate, the y-intercept of G. It's a straightforward one. Why ngisho njalo? It's just plug and go nje. It's plug and go. It's something you know or should know, right? Or should know. I'm surprised why kulo question 4 lona bangaba sketchisanga a graph. Ngoba normally nabakupha an equation, I expect ukuthi but he sketched the graph or something like that. So I believe ukuthi for this media examination bebaba phama marks, man. This question beyilula le. Beyilula. Anyway, asiqhubeke 4.3. Sala ku 4.3. 4.3. Yeah, 4.3.1. 4.3.1 bathini ke la. Describe the transformation from G to H. Okay, nangu H and nangu G. In fact, nangu G ophelele. La singno A, nangu G wami ophelele, right? So I want to describe the translation from G to H. Nangu G equal to 1 over 3 x plus 7. But it would make sense, or much more sense, if ngibhala so 1 over 3 raised to exponent x plus 1 plus 7. Why ngithi plus 1 la? If I multiply powers of the same base, powers of the same base, I do what? I add the exponents. So lana into engiyenzile, powers with the same base. Lo 1 over 3 is raised to exponent 1. And 1 over 3 exponent 1 times 1 over 3 raised to exponent x is 1 over 3 raised to exponent x plus 1. Voila. Now, lana I have to describe the transformation from this G to that. Yes? Remember, ngisusela ngayiletha la. Yabona? Ngisusela ngayiletha kuphi la. The reason ngiyenza so is because of iba much more comprehensive nangabiba. If ever ngibhala ngale ndlela le. There's a translation eyenzekile on the x-axis, as well as a translation eyenzekile on the y-axis, right? This 7 ngitshela ukuthi this graph imuvele 7 units up, and then this plus 1 la ngitshela ukuthi this G was also moved how many units? 1 unit to the left. Now basically add that we are moving to the left. If I'm subtracting, I'm moving to the right. Okay, bheka ke manje. The question ithi, how did I ngathini asho basipho H la, but isichaze ukuthi sisuke kanjani from G all the way up to bani to H. Bheka ke, if ngisubtract u7 la, and then ngisubtract ubani u1 as well, ngiyothola ukuthi u-H wami is equal to 1 over 3 raised to exponent x, ngoba lo 1 ukhansela lo 1, lo 7 akhansela lo bani lo 7. So therefore G to H basically si subtract 1 sa subtract no bani no 7, but we have to describe what happened, right? Simuve 1 unit. Now bufuna ukuyimove from G uyilethe la ku H, komele uthathe le graph ka G uyimove 1 unit right and 7 units down. Everyone, and 7 units down. So our the translation eyenzekile from G to H we had to move igraph ka-G 1 unit right and 7 units down. So that's the description is provided. Now for the last question of 4.3.2, determine the equation of the inverse of H in the form. Okay, so 4.3.2, another giveaway. So lana again, we have H, and then the H is equal to 1 over 3 raised to exponent x is the same as saying bani 1 over 3 raised to exponent x is equal to y. And so the inverse of H komele sibhale in the form y equal to something. So replace all H by y, yes? And then the inverse, it's x equal to 1 over 3 raised to exponent bani y, raised to exponent y. Therefore this is the inverse of H, but komele sibhale as y equal to, applying the log definition, izothi log 1 over 3 x, 1 over 3 x. So video iphelela lana guys. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching. Now we enjoy it. Please leave a like, ungakhohlwa ukusubscribe, ungakhohlwa ukushare nabangani bakho. In the description box uzothola ama links for other recordings engwayenzile for this question paper. So for now asibonane on the next one. Bye bye.